Puma Pants is pleased to see you. Hope you had a marvelous Valentine's Day. It was all that it was cracked up to be. We talked about a different kind of Valentine's Day experience yesterday. I hope you found it an interesting topic. We started the week with a phrase, enough is enough, and simply deciding and making the choice that whatever in our life has been restricting or holding us back from the greatest joy or participation or service or involvement or fulfillment or expression, that we could launch out on a fresh new course of overcoming that and becoming the next most vital, productive, joyful iteration of ourselves. It seems to me like more can always be revealed. And since we're spiritual beings, there's an infinity of fresh newness available to us, especially when we meditate. So along those lines, Michael Jackson had a song, maybe 1983. What was it called? 1982. It was the album before Thriller, I think, but it was "You Want to Be Starting Something." I always dug that tune. I think I'll play the drums to it today. But we want to be starting something. And so, do you remember when you were a kid and you argued with your siblings? Maybe you still do. But it was always it's like, well, you started it. You started it. No, you started it. And you kept it was a huge justification who started something. Now, that might even be true in our modern adult spousal or intimate relationships. It's like, well, yeah, we're having some trouble, but he/she started it. They started it. And so because other people start something, it's, we're waiting for them to fix it. Or if they hadn't started it, everything would be fine. This thing about starting things is a very important dynamic to us humans, but I'm going to use starting something in its most positive and productive sense. And that is, if we want to start something new, something fresh, we can't wait for God to do it to us. It's like today's phrase is you first. Of course, that means me first, right? But we have to go first. We have to start. We can't wait for God to blow our ship in some direction. We have to put up a sail. We have to aim. And so I believe, this is my personal belief, of course, please do with it what you will, but that we should always be starting something, some fresh new endeavor, pursuit, creative project, or we can be starting some new form of healing or insight or work upon ourselves. There's always something that we can be starting. And if we're looking at life and waiting for it to do it to us, then we could wait literally for the rest of our lives. So every day is an opportunity. Do we need to go see a doctor? Could we see a therapist? Do you need to see a good life coach? I know one. Or do we need to start working out? Or could we change our diet? Or have I been going to my meetings? Or what is it that I could start this very day? Because every avalanche, the avalanche that buries the town at the bottom of the mountain, it just starts with a couple of little grains of snow at the start. And yet something has to move those along. And if we wait too long in our lives, then our avalanches will be very sudden. They'll be very traumatic. Everything will give way at once. But if we cooperatively, joyfully, with faith and trust, start little grains of sand or snow moving down the mountain, then we will facilitate great landslides of goodness. I'm using landslide and avalanches of goodness. In 2023, I just know in my own experience, I started a lot of things, a lot of projects, and each one just seemed ridiculous and impossible and way too big. And my whole attitude was just start, take on big projects, but I can't do them in a great way yet. But Emmett Fox said, if you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. So what I noticed for myself is 2024 has just been a rocket sled, a slingshot of moving forward in so many ways so quickly that it's blowing my mind. It's very tumultuous. it's been a little traumatic, but it's been a hell of a ride, and everything is working out in that favor. Yesterday, I had my first solo in my community college piano class, and I ate so much crap. It is almost, it's astonishing. But at least I started, and I've started with that experience and I'm moving through it. So today I ask you, and I encourage you, you want to be starting something. What can you start? If enough is enough, and you have that feeling of restriction or pinch, if you're the chick who's still inside the egg and wants to break out and you'd like to participate in your jailbreak, then what is it that you want to start? And all you have to do to find out is to listen to your heart and listen to the thing that seems ridiculous, absurd, impossible, far too big. Um, I'm too old, I'm too young, I don't have enough money, I don't have the talent, I don't have the connections, I don't have the ability. Yes, you do, and yes, you will if you start. So please be starting something. And I look forward to visiting with you tomorrow after a provocative week of topics. Have a beautiful day.